going to show you a quick and easy way to do a fade out on your Logic Pro song in Atmos. So pull up your file and you'll see your waveforms, all of your tracks. What I'd like you to do is click on the mixer icon to pull your mixer up. If you don't have the mixer icon there, go to View and Show Mixer. So now you can see all of your tracks. As you see, I have done all of my tracks as object tracks instead of bed tracks. I find the object tracks easier to place the sound in precise locations in the room. But what I want you to do to start with is select your first track in the mixer by clicking on it. Hold the Shift key down, go to your last track. For me, it's the 12th track. And click on your last track so that you've highlighted all of the tracks in your mixer. That automatically highlights all of the tracks above the mixer in your waveforms. Now what I'd like you to do is go to the space right above the volume display. There is a gray rectangle. You can do this in any of the faders. I just do it in the last fader because it's more convenient. And in that gray space, I want you to right click, go to Create New VCA for selected channel strips. And now you have a new VCA group for all of your channels. And you have a new VCA fader. What I want you to do now is right above the volume display in the VCA fader, right click, go to Create Track. Now you'll see that a new track has been created with your other waveforms. It is the group fader for your VCA, your group track. And what I'd like you to do is show automation. And when you show automation, you'll see this is automatically selected volume. And you have a grayed outline here, which I want you to click on. Now it's yellow, the universal color for volume control. Now I want you to locate the place on your multi-track that you want the track to be completely faded out. Usually you do this by listening several times to the multi-track to the end of the track and figuring out what sounds best. I've already done this. I already know that this is the place that I want to end. So I'm going to double click right at that spot. And I know that I want the fade to start here. So I'm going to double click there. Okay. And pull down the fader where you want the track to end. Now, this is a little bit more of a hard fade than I would do if I was working with a client or for myself. Normally, I would do something more like that, except more rounded, but it's fine for these purposes. Look at the VCA1 fader down here and pull the cursor over, and you'll see that the fader goes down as you pull it right. And that controls all of the other faders. That controls the volume for all the other faders. So now you have something that you can export as an ADM file that will fade where you want it to fade. The one last thing I need to go over is the selection of the track. So, in other words, you're going to need to select exactly where in the track you want the file to export from. In my track, I have some tail here at the end that I don't want silence at the end. So I'm going to cut right here where the silence begins where I faded it out. And I'm going to move over here just to cut out the count in. I have a count in right here. So I'm cutting that out and I'm just selecting this area. So when you export it from here, you make sure that you export selection instead of project. And you've got the way to fade it now. So if you'd like me to mix your multi-tracks to Atmos and deliver a distribution-ready ADM file to you, click on the link below. I can also upmix a stereo file to Atmos if you can't find your multis. Thanks for watching and have a great day.